Hello friends, how are you all? So I hope everybody is fine. So friends, till now what we have understood is that we have understood the complete circle chapter by name circles. Okay, and then what we are going to do today is that friends, we are going to solve previous year question papers today. Right? In this session, I will be solving previous year question papers. Right? So these are the things, friends, which you can actually see here. I have jotted down here. Okay. So this means that if you listen to this video very carefully, okay, if you watch it completely, you will be taking away these topics from here today. So we have selected few hand-picked problems, right, from your previous 10-year question papers, right? Few of them are from NCERT exemplar also, and few of them are from NTSC examinations also, which is related to this topic what we are going to do today, that is circles, right? Okay, and few of the problem has also been taken from OSBAL question bank, right? So these are the things. So friends, very short, in very brief, I will tell you why is that I take up this kind of sessions, right? So see, although I have completed the circles chapter, okay, in the previous session, but still I am taking up a few examination problems. Why? Because to expose you to different kind of difficulty levels, right? That is the main agenda behind it, right? So what happens is that you have completed the chapter, but all the problems which appear in the board examination doesn't actually feature from your textbook. Okay, so because like they also have to filter, right? So if everybody gets 100 marks, then how is that possible? Like how will they grade? So that is why I take up this kind of session. So let us not get into that. So let's start straight away from the solving the questions here, right, friends? So good, let's start. So I'll take up the question number 1. Question number 1. So friends, we will be solving around 6 to 7 questions here, which are important, right? Which have which have appeared in the board examination, but actually doesn't feature in your textbook, right? So the problem number 1 in the below figure. Okay, so let me give you the figure first, because the figure is already given in the question. There is a circle here, okay, and there is a tangent and there is another tangent like this, and there is another tangent like this. Okay, so A, B, C, D. This point is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Right, friends? Now, the radius of the circle is given to be 10. So this is 10 cm radius, right? And this, this distance from here to here, I'll write it here. BC is equal to how much? 38 centimeter, right? This is given in the question, right? And let me write P, Q, R and S. So P, Q, R, S are the points where the tangents are meeting the circle, right? Or the point of contact for this circle, right? This is given to be 90 degrees, angle A is 90 degrees, and this is given to be 21, that is RC is equal to 21 centimeters, right, friends? So these are the questions, these are the things given, and we are expected to find this distance x, okay, or in other words, AB is equal to what? Centimeters. So we are expected to find AB is equal to how much centimeters, right? So friends, from the theorem we know that a tangent from an external point to a circle, right, basically are equal. So if this is 21, then from here to here, now I am solving it. So QC will be equal to 21, right? Because this is an external point and these two are the tangents from that external point, 21 centimeters. So this tells us that QB is equal to QC minus, QB is equal to BC minus QC, which is equal to 38 minus 21, that is equal to, this is total is 38, okay, so this is 21, so this is 17. Sorry friends, this is 27. I'm so sorry. This is 27, right? So BC minus QC is how much? 11 centimeters, right? So what happens is, this is 11 now. So if this is 11, then this also will be 11. I mean to say, if QB is equal to 11, then PB is also equal to 11. Why? Because B is an external point and these two are the tangents. These two are the tangents drawn from that external points, right? So this is 11 now. Now we have to find out the distance AP. Just pay attention here, my friends. See this, if you join this, right? So what do we see here? Angle, this angle is given to be 90 and this will be 90. Why? Because tangent is perpendicular to the line segment joining the center of the circle to the point of contact, right? So this is 90 degrees and this is 90 degrees also, because this is a tangent. So since three sides are 90 degrees and two sides are equal, that is SO is equal to OP. Why SO is equal to OP? Both are radius. OP are radius, right? So when two sides are equal and three angles are 90 degrees, then we can say this is a square. So SOPA is a square, correct? SOPA is a square. Correct? So what happens is, once this is a square, this side becomes 10, right? So now it is very easy to find AB. AB is equal to 11 plus 10, that is equal to 21 centimeters. So AB is equal to 11 plus 10, that is equal to 21 centimeters. Right? So this was the problem. It was a straightforward problem, friends. Okay. So we have done it like this. Okay. So let's move on to the next one. Question number 2. What does it say in the below figure? Okay, so let me give you the figure first, because the figure is already given. This is a circle and there is an external point. There are two tangents. Okay, this point is P and this is drawn. Okay, so this is P. This is Q, this is R, right? So this is given to be 70 degrees. 70 degrees. And what else is given? And PT and QR are tangents. Okay, O is the center of the circle from an external point. Angle TPQ is equal to 70 degrees. I have written down. Find the angle TRQ. So angle this is equal to what? This is the question, right, friends? So how do we solve it? Is that let's say this is the circle. This is the center of the circle. So we will join the center, right? So what happens, friends? Once we join the center, we actually could have joined this chord as well. So what happens is, see, here, right, friends? So this is given to us. So these two will be 90 degrees. Why it will be 90 degrees? Because basically this is the tangent and then this is the radius. This is the radius. So tangent will be perpendicular to the radius, okay, or line joining the point of contact and the center of the circle, right? So these two are 90. So okay, there is one more thing, friend. There is a theorem here. So why? Because this was asked only for 1 mark, right? So if we go that lengthy process, then it will take time, correct? Okay, so I'll tell you the theorem. Okay, the theorem says that, I'll just write it here. You have to use this because it is only for 1 mark, so we don't want to waste much of our time there. Okay, so the theorem says that angle subtended by a chord at center of circle is twice the angle subtended by it in the same segment, right? So what does it mean? Okay, so this means that, friend, if this is 70 degrees, okay, we all know that this plus this will be 90 degrees. So considering okay, I'll explain this. Before that we will do this. Okay, so in quadrilateral T, let's call this as O, T O Q P, T O Q P, right? So this angle is 90, this angle is 90, so definitely angle this and this has to be 90 degree, 180 degrees. Sum of TOQ, angle TOQ plus angle TPQ should be equal to 180 degrees. Why? Because this is a quadrilateral, sum of all the angles should be 360 degrees, right? Okay, so but TPQ is given to be 70 degrees, so TOQ is equal to how much? It is 110 degrees, right? Let's write 110 degrees. So this says that angle TOQ is equal to 110 degrees. Got it? Now see, this TOQ is subtended by the chord TQ at the center of the circle, right? So this must be twice the angle subtended by it in the same segment, right? So this means this will be 55 degrees, right? So from theorem, angle TRQ is equal to half angle TOQ, okay, which is equal to 55 degrees, right, friends? You got it? Because this is 110 degrees, so this will be 55 degrees, right? Now let us come on to this. Angle subtended by a chord, right? Let's draw a chord like this. This is the center of the circle. Join the center, right? So this chord will and let's join this. So this theorem says that this angle 1 and angle 2. I'm just writing angle 1 and angle 2, right? So angle 1 will be twice that of angle 2 because it is subtended by the same chord or the same arc. Either you restrict by a chord or you restrict by an arc. Both are something, right? So angle 1 is equal to 2 times angle 2. So this is the theorem, right? We will prove it next, okay? But as of now, consider this and answer is 55 degrees. Okay. Let's move on to the next one, friends, right? I'll just prove it now. This theorem, whatever I said here, I'll just prove it. So this type of theorems, friends, actually saves your time, right? Although you can actually prove that whatever it was there, whatever I drew it on the board just now, okay, but it will take time. But just for 1 mark, how much time are you going to invest? That is the question, right? Because time saved is marks earned, right? Okay, so let's solve the theorem whichever we talked about now. Let's say this is the circle. I have drawn a bigger circle and this is a chord. Okay, let's say this is the center of the circle. Okay, now there is like this. So let's call it as A, B and C. Is that okay? Okay, or else A, B, C. Let's go cyclic. Sorry, let's go clockwise. A, B, C. Right. Now this is center of the circle, that is O. Right. Now let's draw a perpendicular here and call this point as B. So this is D, A, B, C, D. Correct, friends? Now this is angle 1, okay, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Right. So we need to prove that angle 5 is equal to 2 times angle 2 or 2 times angle 4. Right. Okay. So for this we will do a construction, my friends. We will construct something. Right. So let's just watch it carefully. What I am going to do is that I am going to extend it so that it touches the circle. So this becomes a diameter. You all agree to it? Because I am extending the radius. Now let's join this. Correct? So now what happens, friends? So once I join this becomes 90 degrees, correct? Why it becomes 90 degrees? Because angle subtended by diameter is always 90 degrees. Correct? Okay. So let's call it as D dash. Right, friends? So I hope there is no confusion on this construction. Right? Let's call it as 6. Now what do we do? See, angle 1 plus angle 2 will be equal to 90 degrees. I am trying to okay, let's write to prove angle 5 is equal to 2 times angle 2. This is what to be proved, right? I am not writing it in this donation. You can basically you can write it. Okay. So now angle 1 plus angle 2. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 90 degrees. Why so? Because see, perpendicular, if I draw a perpendicular, then this will be 90 degrees. So this plus this has to be 90 degrees because the sum of the angles of triangle OBA has to be 180 degrees. Right, friends? Absolutely no confusion in that. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 90 degrees. Right? And angle 3 plus angle 4, that is also equal to 90 degrees. Okay. Now simply what we can say is that consider triangle AOB and triangle ADC. Right? So can we say that triangle AOB is similar to triangle ADC? I'll write it here and then I'll explain it to you. AOB is similar to triangle ADC. Right? Why? Because see, this angle is equal to this angle, one angle same. Okay. Now, so see in this what we can do is one angle is same and one angle, this angle 1 will be common for both the triangles. So I'll just write it angle AOB. Why? Because angle AOB is equal to angle AD dash C, or it is more appropriate to write ABO is equal to angle ACD dash D dash, and one more thing, angle 1 is equal to angle 1. So on base of these two criteria, I am saying that this is similar to this, right? So once it becomes similar, then we can say all angles, respective angles are equal. So this becomes angle 2. Correct? Right, my friends. Now what happens is, once this becomes angle 2, let's call this. So AD dash C is equal to angle 2 after becoming similar, right? So now I have to prove, see, this angle will be equal to this angle is equal to this angle, and just if you can look carefully, okay, so then yeah, so we have reached till here, right? So angle 2, so angle 2 plus 4, so angle 2 plus 4, I am talking about these two, right, is equal to 2 times angle D dash. Right? Because this both will be equal. Correct? So this can be written as 2 times angle D dash. Right? But D dash, angle D dash, but angle D dash is equal to angle D. Why? Because angles subtended by same chord, okay, in the circle, in the same segment of the circle are equal, right? Something like this, friends. Let's say this is a circle, right? You take a chord here. Now this chord can subtend multiple angles. These all angles are called inscribed angles. Right? You can see there are multiple angles subtended by this chord. Let's call it as AB. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So many more. I have just drawn 6. Right? Many more it can subtend. So what I want to say here is that angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to 3 is equal to 4 is equal to 5 is equal to 6, and so many. So angles subtended by the same chord in the same segment are always equal, right? You can very easily prove that. So that's not a problem, that you have to anyway read it in the textbooks, it is there. So angle D dash is equal to D. So by this we can conclude that 2 plus 4 is nothing but AOC. Angle AOC is equal to 2 times angle D. So this is what to be proved. This is what it was to be proved, right? So we have seen it. So let's move on to the next one. I hope there is no problem here. So if you have any problem, you can basically comment me, or you can basically write a mail also to boardandbeyond@gmail.com. Okay. So either way, you can basically communicate it to me. Right? Let's move on to the next one. Right. In the below figure, figure is given to you. This is a circle, right? And dia, there are two parallel tangents. There are two parallel tangents to this dia. Now, what is happening is, there is another tangent which is slant like this. Okay, this is A, B, A, B, C. This is center of the circle, call it as O. This is X, Y, X dash, Y dash. Right? So this all is given. One more thing is given. Okay. Actually, what is given is okay. Right. So friends, what is asked is we have to prove. Okay. Let me just read out another tangent angle. Prove that angle AOB is equal to 90 degrees. Angle AOB to prove. There is no much information given. The figure is like this. Angle AOB is equal to 90 degrees. This is to prove. Right? Now, to prove this, friends, let us first understand one concept. Right? So see, this is A is an external point. From here, two tangents are drawn. That is this. Let's call it as P and Q, just for our understanding. So AP and AC are the two tangents drawn from an external point to a circle. Right? So the thing is, it will be of equal length. That is one thing. And the line joining the point of this two intersection of these two tangents to the center of the circle will be equally inclined. What does that mean? That means that this angle will be equal to this angle. It is always true, right? Not in this particular case, right? So line joining the point of intersection of a tangent drawn to a same circle and the center of the circle is equally inclined with the two tangents, right? So this will be equal to this. Similarly, this will be equal to this, because B is an external point and BQ and BC are two tangents. Correct. So friends, very easily see what happens here is that this angle is equal to 90 degrees and this is 90 degrees. Why? Because this is a tangent and line joining the center of the circle to the point of contact will always be a perpendicular line. Right? So this is equal to 90, this is equal to 90. So what does this signify, friends? This signifies that angle PAC plus angle QBC is equal to 180 degrees. Correct? Any problem here? Because this is from the fact that let me write, okay, because I do not want to leave anything to chances. APO plus angle let's go this way. So OQB plus angle QBC plus angle CAP is equal to 360 degrees. I hope there is no doubt in this statement, because this is a quadrilateral APQB. Okay, so as per that, this is 360. So this plus this alone is equal to 180 degrees. So remaining two has to be 180 degrees. Right? I'll move with this. So see, angle PAC can be written as 2 times angle OAC plus 2 times angle OBC is equal to 180 degrees. Correct, friends? You are able to understand this because these two are same. What I am doing is that I am just dividing it and taking one part of it, right? So taking 2 as common, we can say angle OAC plus angle OBC is equal to 90 degrees. What I have done is I have taken 2 common out here and then divided to 180 by 2. I got it 90 degrees, right? So see, angle OAC plus OBC is 90 degrees. That means this angle plus this angle is equal to 90 degrees. So friends, if I consider triangle OAB, then angle AOB has to be 90 degrees. therefore okay, let me at least write the statement. Therefore, in triangle AOB, okay, angle AOB is equal to 90 degrees. Because sum of the other two angles are 90 degrees, so this has to be 90 degrees. Because the sum of all three angles has to be 180 degrees. So this was to be proved, friends. Right? So let's quickly move on to the next one. Okay. I hope this was simple to you and you could understand it easily. Let's do the fifth question, right? ABC is an isosceles triangle in which AB is equal to AC. Okay. A circle passes through B, touches side AC as shown in the figure. Oh, okay. 1 second. So let me give you the figure first. So there is a circle, right? And there is an isosceles triangle which is made. Okay. So it is like this. Let me name it ABC, A, B, C, and D, and point P, right? B touches side AC at point D and intersect at midpoint D. Okay, so this is the midpoint, friend. So it is given that AD is equal to DC. This is given to us, right? Okay. Intersect AB at P. That is okay. AP is equal to how much? To find out. AP is equal to how much? So, by the way, this is actually here. It is so. Let me just tell you the theorem as of now. I will derive that theorem in your next class. Right, friends? So that is called as tangent secant theorem. Right? Okay. So what does it say? Okay, I will take it up in detail in next class. Basically, I will be deriving two theorems for you, and why I will be doing that is that this type of theorems will actually make your time or life easier in the examination, right? So what happens is, see friends, this has appeared for 1 mark in the examination. So see, for 1 mark of it, how long justification can you give and how much time you are going to invest for that 1 mark is important question, right? Because time is limited. So what they do is that they basically give you certain questions of 1 mark which takes more time if you do the normal way, right? And then what happens is, you do the normal way, you take much time, then for the problem which is at the end for 4 marks, you do not have time. You score 1 mark but you lose 3 marks. That is the basically, right? So the theorem says that, I'll just draw a figure and give. This is a circle, right? Let's say I draw a tangent and I draw a secant. Let's say A, P, B, and C. So as per the theorem, okay, this says that AP square is equal to PB into PC. This is the theorem, friend. So which we will be doing it in the next class. As of now, we'll just take the theorem and then move forward, right? That is only way to do here. Otherwise, for 1 mark, this is very lengthy problem, right? Okay.
So in other words, the tangent square, right? See, from a point there is a tangent drawn to the circle, and from the same point there is a secant drawn to the tangent. Circle. Right? Then the tangent square is equal to the part of the secant which is lying outside the circle into entire secant. Okay? Or you can say the part of the circle which is a part of the secant which is touching the circle, okay, externally and completely internally, right? So that into this is equal to secant, tangent square, right? So I will use this ideology and move forward. So friends, just see here, this is our tangent, right? So as per this theorem, AD square must be equal to AP into AB. I don't think any problem, because this is what I have used, and what is that to be found out? AP has to be found out, right? So and AD is equal to AC by 2, correct? So I can write AC by 2 whole square is equal to AP, okay, into AB. This can be written as AB by 2 whole square is equal to AP into AB. Any problem in that? Because AC is equal to this is an isosceles triangle. ABC is an isosceles triangle. Sorry, I just read out, but I never mentioned. Okay, ABC is isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle, right? So this becomes how much, friends? This becomes AB square by 4 is equal to AP into AB, right? So I have to find out AP, right? So AP, I will bring the AP this side, AB this side. So this becomes AB by 4 is equal to AP, correct? So this is the answer, right? So this particular thing I will take up next in the next class, because this will be certainly an additional study, okay, which probably everybody would not appreciate, okay. So for those who want to prepare it 100%, this type of theorems is absolute necessary for them, right? So let's move on to the next one, friends. This is called as tangent secant theorem, right? Okay, let me just flip the page. In the below figure, figure is given, right? So in the below figure, this is question number 6. In the below figure, O is the center of the circle of radius 5 centimeter. Okay, so let's draw a circle first. Okay, O is the center of the circle of radius 5 centimeter. T is a point such that OT, okay, T is an external point. T is an external point, right? Such that OT is equal to 13. So OT is equal to 13 centimeters. So since figure is given, so I just complete the figure. Right? So it is something like this, and there is another tangent which is drawn at this point. Like this. Right, friends? So this is AB, A, B, E, okay, and so this is P and Q, right? Now, what is being asked here? OT is 13, okay? And OT intersect the circle at E, okay? At E. Find the length AB, okay? I need to find AB is equal to what? AB is equal to what is the question, right? Find the length AB where TP, TQ, AB are the tangents to the circle, right? Okay, no problem. So how we can see this? Okay, so friends, this is given to be radius. Radius is given, right? In the below figure, what is the center of the circle of radius? 5 centimeter. Yes, 5 and 5, and this total is 13. That also is given to us. That means from here to here. Right, now we are expected to find this distance. Okay friends, let's do it. Right, so let's call this as x or this as x, no problem. This as x, okay, and then this also will be x, because it will be equally inclined, so this angle will be equal to this angle, so this side will be equal to this side, so no problem. Okay, so this will be equal to this, because very easily we can prove this is congruent to this triangle. Let's call this as point what? E. Okay, so AET is congruent to triangle BET, because this angle is equal to this angle from the theorem, right? And this side is common, right? And even this will be also equal to this. I'll tell you how. I'll just tell you how. See, if this is equal to x, friend, so this is also equal to x. Do you all agree? Because A is an external point, from there two tangents are drawn. Correct, friends? So this is also equal to x. Similarly, this is also equal to x. Correct? B is the point from where external tangents are drawn. Sorry, external point from where tangents are drawn. Right. So this total is 13, my friends. So this becomes 13 minus x. This also you will agree, because this I am just subtracting x from here. Now what is that? I have to find out x, right? So what we can do? So we can do, we will use Pythagoras theorem and then find out this distance. Or is it necessary to find this distance? Right? Sorry. This will be 5, right? So this is 5, so this is 8. I am writing, I am just rubbing it off, friends. Okay, sorry. So what happens is OE is equal to 5 is radius. Thank God. Okay, so ET is equal to 13 minus 5, which is equal to 8 centimeters. So this becomes 8 centimeters for me now. Only this I am talking about, from here to here. Correct? So I'll remove this 13 from here now. Okay? Because that will create confusion for us. So this is 8, and so we need to find out this. Correct? Okay? So P one second, hold on. PA, okay, yeah. See, friends, just take this triangle. In triangle POT, PO is equal to 5 centimeters, right? OT is equal to 13 centimeters, right? And angle P is equal to 90 degrees, right? So applying Pythagoras theorem, PT square OT square is equal to OP square plus PT square, right? Hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus height square, right? So OT is known to us, that is equal to how much? 13 square is equal to OP is nothing but 5 square plus PT square, right? Which says that PT square is equal to 13 square minus 5 square. Correct, friends? So that is equal to 13 plus 5 into 13 minus 5. Right? A plus B into A minus B. So 18 into 8. (144), which is equal to PT is equal to 12 centimeters, right? Okay. So PT, this distance. Now we have solved it. Right? So very easily, friends, now this is 12. So this becomes how much? 12 minus x. Right? I will complete it here. So AT is equal to 12 minus x centimeter. Correct? From this statement. Right? AE is equal to x already. AE is equal to x centimeter. ET is equal to 8. Okay. Now this will be 90 degrees. Why? Because this will be 90 degrees. Because tangent is touching the circle. Right? So now using Pythagoras theorem, AT square, that is 12 minus x square. 12 minus x whole square is equal to how much? AE square, that is x square plus 8 square. Correct? No? This square plus this square is equal to this square. So this becomes 144 minus 24x plus x square is equal to x square plus 64. Right, friends? So this and this will cancel, and this, when it goes to that side, or okay, bring it this side, this becomes 80, right, is equal to 24x, which says that x is equal to 3.333. I will consider 2 decimal place. So this is equal to 3.33, right? And this is also equal to 3.33. So AB is equal to x plus x is equal to 3.33 plus 3.33, right? Which is equal to 6.66 centimeter. Right, friends? You got it? Okay. So this is how it was solved. Correct? So you got the answer. AB is equal to 6.66 centimeters. Right? Let's move on to the next one. Probably the last problem, friends, for today. Right? I'll wind up. Whenever you get stuck in the examination, friend, so things will be there because there will be lot of things actually jumbling in your mind. When you find it very difficult, like you are not able to understand how to proceed forward, then just stop there and look at the figure at least for 30-40 seconds. You will find the idea how is basically you can do that the way I do it here. Okay. If I get stuck, then I just see and then try to find out the way out from there. Okay. Let's move on to the problem number 7. Is there a problem? Yes. Okay. Right. In the below figure, O is the center of the circle and TP is a tangent. O is the center of the circle and TP is a tangent. So let me draw a tangent. TP is a tangent. So this will be T, this is P. Okay, TP is a tangent. Right. Now, to the circle from an external point T. If angle PBT, okay, so this is going through diameter, friends. This is going through center of the circle and touching here. Right. So this is B. I will join it here. This figure is given to you. This is B. This is A. This is O. Right. Now what is asked is one more thing is given. Angle PBT. PBT. This is equal to 30 degrees. This is given to you. Right. Prove that BA is to AT to prove. BA is to AT is equal to 2 is to 1. Right. Okay. So, yeah. We will make use of one more theorem here, friends. Right. Which I will take up in the next class. Okay. So, that is called as, you can say, angles in the alternate segment. I'll tell you. Theorem. I'll just try to explain in brief. The derivation part of it will be considered in the next thing. Let us say what happens. This is a tangent at this point, right? I draw a chord here. Definitely. Now this angle made by the chord and the tangent in this segment, I am talking about this. This is what? This is minor. Right? I am talking about this segment. This angle will be equal to any angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. You are getting my point? So let's call it as angle 1. Right? So what I mean to say is angle 1 is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3 is equal to angle 4 is equal to angle 5 is equal to angle 6 is equal to angle 7. You got the idea? If there is a tangent and there is a chord, right? So that will definitely make an angle. Okay. So this angle made by the tangent and the chord in one segment will be equal to the angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. Anywhere you draw. I am talking about all inscribed angles. Inscribed angles are the angles which is touching the circumference of the circle. Right? Not at the center. So this is one more important theorem which will actually save a lot of your time in most of the scenarios if you know this. Otherwise you keep on deriving everything and that becomes really cumbersome for you. You tend to spend a lot of your time. Correct? So this is the theorem. I'll make use of this theorem, okay, as of now, and then we will see to it. We will see the derivation part of it in the next session. That will be purely an advanced session, right? So for the friends who wants to basically save their time during the examination, can actually have a look at it, right? Okay. So so friends, see, if this is 30 degrees, so this will be 30 degrees. I have used the same logic what I used here. So PT is a tangent and this is an angle made by the tangent and the chord. So this would be equal to angle made by the same chord in the alternate segment. Correct? I hope there is no doubt here. Okay. This is known as alternate segment theorem. Now let's join this. So friends, what happens is this has come slightly curved. Okay, it should not have come this way. Let me just try to manage it so that it looks also right. Now see friends, what is happening is this will be 90 degrees, correct? Because we know that this will be 90 degrees. Tangent and tangent is meeting here at the center of the circle. Okay, so this will be 90 degrees. Now, if this is 30 and this is 90, this will be 90 degrees also, my friend. Why? Because that is the angle subtended by the chord, and the chord is the diameter here, right? So this is 90, so this is 30, so this is 60, right? Okay, so if this is 60, then this will be 120. Okay, shall I do it this way only, or shall I write it on the board? Okay, so angle PAT is equal to 180 degrees minus 60 degrees. You are right, because this is 60 degree, so this will be equal to 120 degrees. Correct? So this is 120. So this is 30. Right? So angle PTA, therefore angle PTA is equal to 30 degrees. Correct? So this is 30, this is 30. That means what does it signify, friend? This is equal to this. Correct, no? So PA is equal to 80. Correct? Right? Now let us so PA, this you got till now you have understood correctly, right? So PA is equal to 80, this is equal to this. Now we will just write a similarity, and then the things are done, right? So now what we will do, friends, we will basically see this is a right angle triangle PBA, right? So I will just take cos of this angle. So cos of angle PAB, I'll tell you why I am taking this. This cos of angle, this is nothing but what? See, this will be, cos is nothing but base by hypotenuse, curly brown here, cos, base by hypotenuse, right? So base is nothing but this PA, that is AP, and hypotenuse is nothing but AB. Are we coming close here? Okay, we are coming little close. Okay, so cos of this angle, cos of 60 is how much? Half is equal to AP by AB, right? Now just now I proved AP, that is PA is equal to 80. So replacing it here using this, half is equal to 80 by AB, right? Okay, so if I just flip it on both the sides, so this says that AB by 80 is equal to 2 by 1. Right? Okay, done. So this was the problem. So whatever I gave you the theorem, we will see the theorem in the next class. Right, friends? So as of now, we will just move forward. Okay. So this was one of the problem which have been asked in your examination, which doesn't feature in your NCERT textbook. Right? Okay. Let's do the last problem of the day, and then we wind up. I really appreciate your patience. In the below figure, PQ is a chord, so figure is given, so let me give you the figure. So PQ is a chord. And is there a tangent? Yes. There is a tangent at this point. Okay. this angle is given to be PQ is a chord, O is the center, PT is a tangent, angle QPT. QPT. So this is Q, this is P, this is T. This is given to be 60 degrees. What is that to be found out? PRQ. We are expected to find, this is R. So P, angle PRQ is equal to what is the question for us. This much details are given, that this is a chord and this is a tangent. This angle is equal to 60 degrees. We have to find out this angle. Right, friends? So we will use the same theorem because this was asked for 1 mark. Okay. So let us not get into too much of hassles here. Okay. So basically you can solve it very easily also, or you can basically beat around the bush and then solve it also. Now let's say this is center of the circle. Join this and this, right? And these are the two constructions which I have done, right? Let me just do it like this so that you don't get confused. This was not given in the question from before, right? So now what happens, friends? So as I said you, if this QPT is equal to 60 degree, what will be, let us say PQRS, right? So what will be PSQ? So angle PSQ is also equal to 60 degrees. Why? Because this is a chord and this is a tangent. So angle made by chord and the tangent is equal to the angle made by the same chord in alternate segment of the circle, right? So this is the same angle, right? SQP. So PSQ is equal to 60 degrees. Now this becomes 60 degrees. So this becomes how much, my friend? O is the center. So angle QOP is equal to 120 degrees. Angle at the center is always double the angle at the circumference, that is your inscribed angle, right? So this is 120 degrees and this is 60 degrees. Now if this is 120 degrees, okay, so or else this will be 120 degrees. Why? Angle QRP will be angle QRP because will be how much? It will be 120 degrees. Why? Because see, this plus this has to be how much? This plus this has to be 180 degrees, right? So 180 degrees minus angle PSQ is equal to 120 degrees, right? So this angle will be 120 degrees, right? Correct? That's it, my friends, nothing else. Okay. So this was this is 120 degrees. So with this we close it here, right? So we will rest of the things we will take up in the next class. So there will be basically 2 derivations which I will take it up in the next class. Okay. So friends, so we have completed this, right? So that's it for the day today. We will meet up next. So I hope the things have got clear to you. You could see different kind of problems, okay, and how to basically solve those problems, right? So what we will do is that next class when we meet up, we will take those 2 derivations and then we will completely close the chapter by name circles, right? So let's move on to some other chapter after that. So friends, if you have not understood anything here,
or if you want me to repeat any one of the problems here, whatever I have done, or you have any, you want to know any concepts from anything, whatever I have taught till today, okay? So you can basically comment on the particular video, or in general also you can comment, right? So with this I close it up here. We'll meet up in the next session, friends. So till the time we meet next, be happy, be safe, keep learning with us, stay tuned with us. God bless you all. Thank you. Thank you.